Okay, so before I start, what I'm going to do is actually try to describe, or not describe, try to explain some of the vocabulary that I'm going to be using, okay? So the first expression that I use is to dine out. So if I'm dining out, it just means I'm dining outside of my house. And the alternative or the opposite of this would be to dine in, which just means obviously to eat inside. The next expression or the word that I'm going to use is Italian cuisine. And cuisine's a really nice word to use for the speaking. So you could say you love Japanese cuisine, English cuisine, although English cuisine is a bit of a joke for some people. But yeah, any country you can say cuisine. And then I will use an expression within walking distance. So if something's very local to you, you can say, oh, the 7-Eleven is within walking distance, or this restaurant is within walking distance to my work, to my house, something like this. And a nice way to describe food is we can say, if it's something you really like, you can describe it as mouth-watering. So you could say, oh, the sushi at this restaurant is absolutely mouth-watering, or the sushi is just mouth-watering. Okay, so next one, there's only a few, I've got a few more here. So the next one is hospitality. This is a really nice word for service. So if you go to a restaurant and you have good service, you can change this word and you can say hospitality instead. So the hotel or the restaurant has good hospitality. Yeah? Okay, and the next one is authentic. Authentic it's like something that's genuine or something that's real. So maybe somebody might have a Rolex watch, but it's not an authentic Rolex watch, it's a fake. Yeah, or maybe somebody has a pirate copy of Windows on their computer, so it's not authentic. Okay, so just three more, and then I'll do the question. Okay, so cooked to perfection. So cooked to perfection just means, it's kind of obvious, yeah, just cooked to the best way, or to the best possible way you could do something. So this food I cooked earlier, I think it's cooked to perfection. Yeah. The last but two is atmosphere and ambience. So in the IELTS, they often ask you to describe a place or a situation, how it feels. So you can say the atmosphere at the cafe or the atmosphere at the restaurant. This is obvious, quite a common expression. But if you want to impress the examiner a bit more, you can say the ambience. Yeah, so the ambience at the restaurant was really nice. They played nice, soft music. And the last word I will use is intrusive. And this is a high level, probably level 8 kind of word. And intrusive means, okay, so if you have a neighbour next door and they're always knocking on your door, wanting to borrow corkscrew or whatever, yeah, they're always coming to your house, you can say this neighbour is intrusive. Yeah, so they're always trying to come into your space. They're very intrusive. Similarly, you can actually say that with music. So, if you go to a bar or a cafe, sometimes the music is so loud, we can say the music is very intrusive. So I use it in the negative sense. So I'm going to say the music isn't intrusive. Okay. So have a listen to my answer, and I'll come back and review at the end. All right. All right. So my favorite restaurant is located in the center of Paris. And for me, this is a great opportunity to dine out. The cuisine actually is Italian cuisine. It's not French cuisine. and this restaurant is easily within walking distance to my house. The food there is just, typical mouth-watering, delicious Italian food, and it's definitely better than my cooking, but I wouldn't say it's so expensive. It's for me, it's definitely better than getting a takeaway. So the nice thing about this restaurant is the hospitality. When you go there, people are really friendly as you walk in. They are very hospitable, and they like to greet you with a smile, and it's nice. I think for me as well, the favourite food that they offer is definitely the pizza, because the ingredients are so authentic. Really typical provincial Italian food. Lots of extra toppings and cooked to perfection, I would say. Also, the wine list is really good. They offer a great selection of different wines and beverages, so there's lots of diversity there. And I think one of the nice things is the atmosphere in this restaurant. They play kind of Italian music, I suppose, maybe some classical music, but it's soft music. It's not intrusive music. It's very in the background and creates a nice ambience. So this is the restaurant that I'd like to describe to you. Okay, so the main thing to remember when you're doing your IELTS speaking, especially the task 2, is just to really keep the flow going. You don't want to hesitate for too long. You can, of course, have take a breath, take a long breath, but you want to try just to be as natural as possible. So if you can't think of anything, say, you know what, I'm having difficulty thinking of a good restaurant, but if I had to choose a restaurant, I would choose this one or that one. So you've got to try to just to be natural, because actually a lot of the time with my students, they have memorized answers. They have like kind of robotic answers, and this is really not good, because the examiners, they can hear that straight away. They do this job every day of their lives. So it is really a balance, because of course, like I said, you're going to be memorizing lots of expressions, idioms, words. But the way I like to teach is I don't like students to compartmentalize words with topics. For example, if I taught you the word today, hospitality, meaning service, when you think of a hotel, don't just think, or when you think of a restaurant, don't just think of the word hospitality. So what was the hospitality like at the airport? What about the hospitality, I don't know, last week at McDonald's or whatever? Yeah. So in this way, the word becomes not associated with a topic, but is just a word that you have at your disposal, which is active. Yeah. And this is really the process of getting a higher score at IELTS. You've got to be able to do this, and obviously it just comes with doing it. Okay, so thanks for listening today, and if you have enjoyed this podcast or video, then please subscribe to my channel. I'm going to be releasing lots of audio for IELTS soon, so there'll be regular what's the word? Content. I think it's the word, isn't it? Content for IELTS speaking to help you. And if you'd like any private lessons, just send me a message and we can arrange that on Skype or Zoom. Okay, so take care. Bye bye.